The air vibrates before it is seen. A low, deliberate hum cuts through the stillness, not frantic, not chaotic, but heavy with intent. Unlike the gentle buzz of bees, this sound carries weight. It signals warning, dominance, and precision. The hornet has arrived. Hornets belong to the family Vespidae, a lineage of social wasps shaped not for cooperation with flowers, but for control over territory, prey, and hierarchy. Where bees are builders, hornets are enforcers. Where pollinators drift gently between blooms, hornets patrol, assess, and strike. Their bodies reflect this role perfectly. Large, muscular, armored in bold contrasts of yellow, black, white, or red, hornets are among the most visually intimidating insects on Earth. Thick exoskeletons protect powerful flight muscles. Mandibles are sharp, capable of tearing through flesh, wood, and chitin alike. The stinger, smooth, not barbed, can strike repeatedly. Unlike bees, hornets do not die for their sting. This changes everything. Hornets are found across the northern hemisphere, from temperate forests to urban landscapes. Some species adapt seamlessly to human environments, nesting in attics, wall cavities, barns, and trees. Others remain forest dwellers, constructing massive paper nests high in canopies. These nests are engineering marvels. Hornets create paper by chewing wood fibers and mixing them with saliva, forming layered, weather-resistant structures. A single nest may contain hundreds, sometimes thousands of individuals, each with a defined role, each responding instantly to chemical signals. The colony is ruled by a queen. She alone lays eggs. Her presence is absolute. Workers feed her, protect her, expand the nest, and eliminate threats. Drones exist only briefly, emerging to mate and then disappearing from the system entirely. There is no sentiment in the hive. Only function. Hornets are predators. They hunt flies, caterpillars, grasshoppers, spiders, and, most controversially, other insects, including bees. A single hornet can decimate dozens of honeybees in minutes. Some species specialize in raiding hives, targeting workers, larvae, and even queens. The infamous Asian giant hornet earns its reputation here. With mandibles evolved to shear through bee defenses, it can dismantle an entire hive with surgical efficiency. Bees fight back using heat balls and coordinated defense, but the imbalance is often fatal. This is not cruelty, it is ecology. Hornets regulate insect populations. They remove weak, diseased, or overabundant species. In forests, they prevent pest outbreaks that could devastate vegetation. In this sense, they are not villains, but balance keepers. Yet their relationship with humans is uneasy. Hornets are highly defensive. Unlike bees, they do not tolerate intrusion near their nests. Vibrations, shadows, or perceived threats trigger immediate aggression. Alarm pheromones spread instantly, summoning defenders from across the colony. A hornet sting is not subtle. Pain is sharp, electric, and immediate. Venom contains neurotoxins and enzymes designed to incapacitate prey and deter attackers. For most humans, stings are intensely painful but survivable. For those with allergies, or in cases of mass stinging, the outcome can be fatal. Despite fear, hornets are not mindless attackers. They do not seek humans. They do not chase without cause. Most encounters occur due to accidental proximity. Step too close to a nest, strike a branch, disturb a wall, and the response is instant. Hornets remember. Some species can recognize faces, tracking repeat intruders over time. This cognitive ability, rare among insects, reflects their advanced neural processing and social complexity. Inside the nest, life follows strict order. Larvae are fed chewed prey, rich in protein. In return, larvae secrete sugary droplets consumed by adults, an internal economy that fuels the colony. Temperature is regulated. Waste is managed. Intruders are neutralized. Everything serves survival. Hornets do not store honey. They do not plan for winter abundance. Instead, most colonies die off seasonally. As temperatures drop, workers perish. Only fertilized queens survive, burrowing into soil or bark to overwinter alone. When spring returns, she emerges. And the cycle begins again. The hornet is not misunderstood. It is correctly feared, but poorly understood. It represents a different evolutionary philosophy: dominance through precision, survival through intimidation, order through force. In a world increasingly shaped by human expansion, hornets persist. They adapt to cities, highways, and fragmented forests. They build nests where space allows. They enforce boundaries that humans often ignore. They are not symbols of malice. They are reminders. Nature is not gentle by default. Balance is maintained not only by cooperation, but by pressure. Not only by builders, but by enforcers. And the hornet, wings humming in warning, stands firmly on that line. As daylight shifts and shadows stretch across the forest floor, the hornet becomes most active. This is not coincidence. Hornets are masters of timing. They hunt when prey is distracted, when heat softens resistance, when the air carries scent more efficiently. Flight is their first weapon. Unlike smaller wasps, hornets fly with authority. Their wings beat slower but push more air, producing that unmistakable, heavy hum. This sound alone is often enough to freeze prey. Insects evolved to recognize danger signals, and the hornet's vibration is one of the clearest warnings in the natural world. When the hornet locks onto a target, there is no hesitation. Mandibles open wide, legs extend forward, and the strike is decisive. Prey is seized mid-air or ripped from leaves, bark, or soil. Resistance is brief. Venom is injected only when necessary. Most prey is simply dismembered alive, processed efficiently into manageable pieces. Protein is the goal. Adult hornets themselves prefer sugars, tree sap, fruit juices, nectar, but larvae demand meat. The colony's growth depends entirely on successful hunting. A weak hunting season means a weak nest. A strong season produces aggressive expansion. Hornets do not hunt randomly. Scouts memorize productive areas, returning repeatedly to the same zones. They communicate findings through pheromones and movement patterns. While not as refined as the waggle dance of honeybees, hornet communication is brutally effective. They do not need poetry. They need precision. Intelligence in hornets is often underestimated. Studies have shown problem-solving abilities, memory retention, and even basic learning through repetition. Hornets can associate colors, shapes, and locations with food rewards. They can adapt routes, avoid traps, and remember threats. This is why extermination often fails. Destroy one nest improperly, and survivors may rebuild nearby. Kill workers, and the queen replaces them rapidly. Poison one colony, and neighboring colonies adjust behavior, avoiding bait. Hornets respond to pressure with adaptation. Different species display distinct temperaments. European hornets are relatively shy, preferring forests and avoiding conflict when possible. Bald-faced hornets, despite their name, are aggressively territorial. Asian giant hornets operate with near-military efficiency, coordinating attacks with chilling precision. Their venom varies as well. Some species deliver stings ranked among the most painful insect stings known to science. Pain is not accidental. Pain is a message. It teaches mammals to remember boundaries. Evolution favors creatures that leave lasting impressions. Humans have learned this lesson repeatedly. Throughout history, hornets appear in folklore as omens, demons, guardians, or symbols of wrath. In some cultures they represent warrior spirits. In others, chaos. Yet rarely are they seen as neutral forces, because they are not neutral. They defend space. Urban expansion has intensified hornet-human conflict. Buildings replace trees, but hornets adapt, nesting in walls, roofs, and abandoned structures. Vibrations from machines mimic predator movement. Artificial lights extend activity hours. The result is friction. Despite this, hornets provide unseen services. They control agricultural pests. They limit fly populations. They reduce outbreaks of defoliating insects that could devastate crops and forests. Remove hornets entirely, and imbalance follows. The ecosystem does not reward softness. It rewards efficiency. Within the nest, hierarchy is enforced constantly. Workers challenge each other subtly, using posture and chemical signals. Weak individuals are sidelined. Injured hornets are not cared for, they are ignored or removed. There is no mercy, only continuity. The queen's pheromones maintain order. If she weakens or dies, chaos erupts. Workers may attempt to lay eggs, dominant struggles increase, productivity collapses. The colony enters decline. This vulnerability is seasonal. As autumn approaches, hornet behavior shifts. Aggression increases. Food demands spike. New queens and males are produced. The colony enters its final act. Winter is not survived by unity, but by sacrifice. Workers die first. Drones vanish. The nest empties, becoming a hollow paper monument to a single season of dominance. Only queens persist, hidden away, carrying the genetic future of the species in silence. Spring will awaken them, and with them, the hum will return. Hornets are not mistakes of evolution. They are sharpened tools, precision predators shaped by millions of years of selective pressure. They remind us that intelligence does not require compassion, and success does not require popularity. In the wild, reputation is irrelevant. Only survival matters. To understand the hornet fully, one must look beyond fear and pain, beyond stings and stories, and trace its lineage back through deep evolutionary time. Hornets did not emerge suddenly as monsters of the air. They are the result of gradual refinement. Millions of years of selection sculpted their form, behavior, and social structure with relentless efficiency. Every trait that defines them today exists because it worked, because it kept genes alive. The hornet's ancestors were solitary wasps. Alone, vulnerable, limited. Sociality changed everything. By forming colonies, hornets gained collective intelligence, layered defense, and division of labor. A single hornet is formidable. A colony is unstoppable within its ecological niche. This transition mirrors one of nature's most powerful themes. Survival favors cooperation when competition becomes too costly alone. But hornet cooperation is not gentle. It is authoritarian. Evolution rewarded hornets that enforced hierarchy strictly. Colonies with weak leadership collapsed. Colonies with decisive queens and aggressive workers expanded. Over time, this shaped a system where individuality matters less than function. A hornet is born knowing its place. Comparing hornets to other social insects reveals their uniqueness. Ants dominate the ground. Bees master pollination. Termites engineer ecosystems from soil. Hornets specialize in control of airspace, territory, and insect populations. They are regulators. Where hornets disappear, imbalance follows. Certain pest species explode in number. Crop damage increases. Forests suffer from unchecked herbivores. The hornet's absence is felt quietly but deeply. This is why eradication campaigns often fail ecologically. Humans tend to judge animals by comfort. Anything that causes pain is labeled evil. But evolution does not care about comfort. It cares about function. The hornet functions perfectly. Its visual warning colors are not decoration. They are evolutionary contracts. Bright patterns say, "Remember me." And predators do. Birds learn quickly. Mammals remember longer. Pain leaves memory, and memory prevents repetition. This is not aggression. It is communication. Hornets rarely waste venom. They escalate only when necessary. A hornet at rest is cautious. A hornet defending its nest is absolute. The nest itself is a symbol of impermanence. Unlike beehives that persist across years, hornet nests are temporary empires. One season of growth, one season of dominance, then collapse. This cycle prevents overexploitation of resources. It ensures turnover. It keeps hornet populations dynamic, adaptable. Decay is part of the design. Abandoned nests become shelter for other species. Birds pick at them for material. Insects hide within their layers. Even in death, the hornet's architecture serves life. Human interaction with hornets is evolving. Education reduces unnecessary conflict. Understanding nest behavior lowers accidental encounters. In some regions, hornets are protected due to their ecological importance. In others, fear still drives destruction. Yet hornets continue. They adapt faster than perception changes. They adjust nesting strategies. They alter foraging hours. They learn cities the way they once learned forests. Concrete is just another cliff. Steel beams are just trees without leaves. From a distance, hornets are easy to demonize. Up close, they are impossible to ignore. They command attention not through beauty, but through presence. They are reminders of a truth often forgotten. Nature is not designed to be friendly. It is designed to persist. And persistence requires pressure. The hornet does not ask permission to exist. It does not negotiate its role. It enforces boundaries written long before humans appeared. In the low hum of its wings lives an ancient message. Respect distance. Learn limits. Remember pain. The hornet will never love the world. But it will keep it balanced. And long after fear fades, and stories exaggerate, and names become myths, the hornet will still rise each spring, queen emerging from silence, wings unfolding, ready to build, ready to defend, ready to remind the living world that survival is never gentle.